medical examiner there. Dr. Bell, isn't it true that the medical examiner typically sends their own investigations to the murder scene?
Usually, if they have enough investigators, they will send the investigators to the death scene, yes.
And why is that on top of homicide investigators?
Well, you have to remember the medical examiner's office is an independent office from the police, so they'll have their own investigators.
We are taking your calls live. With me, Dr. Michael Bell, the chief medical examiner in Palm Beach. Dr. Bell, if the child, Jennifer Hudson's nephew, we now learn COD, multiple gunshot wounds to the 7-year-old little boy. If he had been killed in that white SUV, what would you expect to find if that were the murder scene?
Well, I expect to see blood spatter within the vehicle. If a semi-automatic pistol was used, you'd have the casings probably found within the car if the shooting occurred within the car.
Okay, I believe I've got Miss Michelle Davis Balfour with me now. Miss Balfour, are you there?
Yes.
Miss Balfour, thank you for being with us. I know, yes, ma'am, I know that your son is not named an official suspect in these murders as of tonight. He is a person of interest. Could you tell me, was he still romantically involved with the sister, Julia?
Was he with her?
Yes. Were they still together?
Yes, they were. Julia's birthday was just last week, and she had invited my son to have a slice of cake with her. People don't understand what's going on. If my son loved her, she loved him.
Well, doesn't he have another girlfriend?
That's his wife.
Okay, hold on.
Regardless to whatever anyone says, my son still loved Julia.
Okay, but he did have a girlfriend.
She had a boyfriend.
Okay, understood. So they still, according to you, had loving feelings toward each other, but were broken up. They were broken up?
They were just together Thursday, right?
Right.
How were they broken up?
Well, I mean, if one has a girlfriend and one has a boyfriend, apparently they're not living together.
But they, because you know why so many people was in that business. They didn't have no privacy. No privacy at all.
Now, the little boy, Julian, that's not your son's biological son, is it?
My son was incarcerated in 1996.
Right, okay, so the answer would be no.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
He was only 16 years old. William had stolen a car in 1996. He pled guilty. He served 9 years in Canton, Illinois. That's where me, his sister, and his godmother went and picked him up May the 5th, 2006. Okay. William was 16 at the time. No, he has never had a gun. No, he has never been bodily harmed to no one. No, he has never been the type of kid that you could say was a violent type.
Now, Miss Balfour, now hold on just a moment. I'm not saying that your son is a suspect in these murders. I'm not saying that. Police have not said that. But when you say he stole a car in 96, wasn't there a person on the car at that time? It was a car, Jack, and he pled guilty to attempted murder.
Let me tell you about that. My son was still in the man's car, right? The man saw my son starting his car. He ran outside, jumped on top of his own vehicle. This is why they said vehicle hijacking, because my son the man jumped on top of the car while my son was filming it, right? He stuck his hand inside the driver's side and started choking my son. So my son kept driving even more, took the owner of the vehicle on a high-speed pursuit.
Everyone with us, the person of interest, Mother Michelle Davis Balfour explaining her son's side of the story.